What have you sent me on Twitter now? Oh, that's cute. Oh, yeah. I should have, and I'm pretty sure they're around me somewhere, so on my mess, you know?
Okay, for some reason, even though I clicked the button for unmute in Streamlabs, it didn't take. So let's do this again. Hey everybody, I'm the Chaos of Dragons. Welcome to the Pizza Oven Flopcast, episode 16, Hacks, Cracks, and No Take Backs. I'm obviously joined by my co-host,
Lion, you're a cunt.
the controversial cat maid, Damo, you just obviously heard. Sorry about that, everybody.
Hi.
We do occasionally talk about video games that don't involve The Sims, as well as some other bits and bobs.
But don't worry, there's some Sims today.
What a fucking surprise.
I know, right?
We do have quite a variety of topics, and also we're going to be talking about something that's actually, also to be a little bit out of topic, we're also going to be discussing something that's recently happened in regards of Twitch, in fact, a couple of things. But we will get onto that later on. As you can see, I've spiced things up a little bit with a couple of little gifs. Few of my fave girls from Blaze Blue and a pizza, and obviously the title, just to add a little bit more flair to the Flopcast, because it's been kind of bland for a bit. So it's like, you know what? Let's just add something to it.
Which news ew.
To be honest, it affects everyone. So even here at the Flopcast, we have to address it to a certain extent. In regards of news wise, we'll be talking about bad ideas for battle passes, modern warfare being surpassed, a gaming company getting hacked. Removable disk trays. Beware your save files being deleted. And a name drop from a fairly beloved series. And obviously, of course, Demo has her stuff as well, some involving Sims, as well as the Twitch news that we will be talking about.
And other things, I promise.
Yes, the reason why I'm kind of focusing on that is because it is pretty big news. Doesn't affect us entirely, because we're small, but it's still pretty big. But that's to be tackled in a bit. So, Damo, as always, what the fuck you been playing these past couple of weeks?
Well, Dead by Daylight, obviously, Sims, obviously, because, you know, a bit of Genshin, I've been playing a little bit of on and off. Naturally, my AFK game first thing in the morning to get my dailies done, because, you know.
Naturally.
I've played some Beat Saber last week. If you guys tuned in, you will know. Hence why Chaos keeps referencing me as the controversial
Cat maid.
So yeah, there was that. Oh yeah, but Dying Light actually, I did go back to it for a little bit.
First or second?
Further. Second one, obviously, naturally. Yes.
You and I must jump on that at some point.
Yes, I've just gotten to the bit where you have to go through the tunnel and you got the flame boy.
Yeah, I'm still far behind. I'm still at the beginning.
Honestly, go through the side quest. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I will at some point. But anything significant that has stood out to you, game wise? Because I know one thing you've actually jumped back on recently with Saints Row.
Yes, I actually jumped back on that. Now I did I found a fix on Google, guys, to transfer it over to my hard drive on my PC instead, Now, though it has kind of fixed the issue, it also hasn't, but it's not
So
occurring
what was the
as
issue?
much.
So just to give people some context that haven't actually tuned into all of these, and by the way, hello YouTube. Just to give everyone a bit of context, there's been a bit of variety of issues in regards of Damo's experience with Saints Row on the PC. There's been infinite loading glitches. There's been missions not actually progressing.
Yeah, like when you restart it, sort of thing. It's been a tough one.
Yes.
But due to this fit, it's not as bad. But I don't know if it's because of the save file itself slightly corrupted. I'm not entirely sure, but I also don't really want to go through all that time making a new character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it mainly occurs when I do it from a save file that I have created myself.
So in essence, it's kind of forcing you to use the autosave.
Yeah, essentially,
That
yeah.
is kind of stupid. Although my experience has
Yeah.
been somewhat different on PlayStation 4.
Well, yeah, you actually have a point, to be honest. Your experience has been a lot different, to be
But I'll
honest,
get
I
on to
think.
my bit in a minute.
I actually also went back to Rocksmith 2014 Remastered. Now, I know I have it on my PC, but in order for me to get some downloadable custom content for it, I have to get a piece of DLC for it, which I don't enjoy that type of DLC
Guys,
anyway.
she
But...
said it. Custom content, and it doesn't involve Sims.
Wow. just wow. Okay. But no, I actually played it, and I miss playing it, so I might end up playing it a bit more often. I do kind of want to stream it at some point, but I don't know how Twitch will react per se. I might just have to quickly delete the VOD like straight away. So I get to like learn guitar again and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm still continuing on with the 100 Baby Challenge on Sims. Now I'm on to my new matriarch, actually, the new founder through the next generation.
Lion, you called it.
Yes, actually, thank you.
So, alright, don't go. So you've been doing the 100 Baby Challenge, and you're on to your new matriarch. Don't go into too much detail because we can save that for the Sims time.
Yes.
I just saved us a bit of an earful early on of Sims.
Rude.
I mean, I'm not wrong. So, have you been been trying any other games, or was there any? Because I know there's a bunch of games actually due to come out over the next couple of months. So, is there any actually that's caught your interest?
Not at the moment, no. Apart from the Gotham game.
Yes.
Gotham Knights. That's kind of caught my interest, but I want to see more gameplay before I make a decision.
Well, it's by the same people. From what I've seen, it's by the same people that actually have done the Arkham series. So it's probably going to end up be playing like the Arkham series.
To my knowledge, it actually is a sequel.
Yes,
to
it is
the Arkham series.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Arkham Knight, and so basically it features. Well, it continues on from where Batman has died.
Although, actually, it's another thing that I can say we've played actually today, didn't we, Chaos? Cards Against Humanities with pictures.
Yes, we had a little bit of fun on Cards Against Humanities earlier, and it was something. We're fiddling around with the rules, and the fact there's a streaming feature on there as well to let them to basically say, "Hey, I'm streaming." We're not going to do it here on this channel, not in any way, shape, or form. I do not want to risk jack shit.
Yeah, no, same. I kind of want to, but I also don't at the same time. So
yeah, because it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not Cards Against Humanity if you're not being offensive.
So I was kind of maybe bringing up the idea maybe we could potentially do it as a YouTube video standalone and have a group of us there, to actually play it.
This only occurred, ladies and gentlemen, because we were watching a YouTube video of people playing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. we'll see. We'll see how things go. We want to be able to actually get people who can definitely want to join in on it and actually have an actual session. Also, I think the score being at 20 had it been too long.
Yeah, but it was funny. It was just us and bots, really, wasn't it? And,
Yeah.
After Chloe had to go.
Yeah, to be honest, I would have preferred to maybe have it as at 10 still. Because then the session wasn't going on too long. It just felt like it kept dragging, and we were literally starting to get repeat questions. So
Yes.
I think if we keep it at 10, then. But if we get too big a group, if we get a big enough group, then I may recommend lowering it from 10 to at least maybe 7. But we will tackle that at some point. So is that all the stuff you've kind of been gaming stuff you've been tackling?
Yes. That didn't even go right, but okay, sure, fair enough. There you go, I got my whiskers. Actually, no. That doesn't look right. I'll redo that side.
Now you're being like a cat.
Yeah, I'm just going to redo that side because it didn't look right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably have heard, I've been also trying out I've been also doing, obviously, the usual Genshin, getting prepared for the new patch, which will be dropping in the next couple of days. I've also been playing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. It's going to be interesting. It doesn't look like it has a story mode per se, but you take part in, or at least you get to fight some of the bigger battles that were known throughout the various series. So I did a little bit of that on stream the other day. Last night, and it was fun. It's just trying to get down the buttons and everything, because it's your typical 2D fighter with 3D elements. So I will definitely be probably trying out a bit more, and if I can get some people in on that, then yay. I have also been playing I guess you could say, Pokemon inspired Temtem on the Switch.
Oh.
And it is basically Pokemon, but it is an MMO RPG. So as you're running around, you'll also see other people running around with their mons as well.
Interesting-ish. But go on.
Yeah, especially since the fact that if a player runs past and they have a mon out that you've not seen before, you can literally grab it and have it as seen on your Temdex.
Okay.
So makes seeing all of them a little bit easier.
I'm having regrets on doing this now, but yeah, continue.
I'm not. I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All we need is Ivy now just to go, woof. Ivy messaged me thinking it was actually going to be Digimon today. It's like, nope, it's the
Oh,
yeah.
bless.
It's like, nope, it's Wednesday. But yeah, you can tell she wants to do more Digimon. And trust me, I'd be down to do it after this, but I know for a fact that by the time we're done here, you'll actually want to start winding down for the evening.
No, I'm good. Let's do it.
No. Ivy's no doubt grabbed for other stuff now, so at this point we'll leave it until Wednesday. I've also been actually very close to finishing up Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or at least the story at least. I fought the final boss. He's a prick. So it's like, okay, I see how it's going to go. The prick's going to keep on backing up, and I've got to hit him with long-range weapons. Only one of the people on my team had, so I've had to basically, kind of put a rush job on getting everyone else actually at least some form of substance on those ranged weapons. So that was annoying, but I will probably be at some point. I'm not going to do a stream of it because it's like just for one fight. No. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot of fucking cutscenes afterwards, no doubt, because it's a JRPG on a final fight. Why wouldn't it be?
Exactly.
Obviously, as along with Dame, I've been also doing a DBD. I've also been playing Splatoon 3, that came out recently. I have somewhat taken part in the Splatfest and been having a little bit of fun playing with Geo, Pengu, and some others. I'm actually enjoying the game. It's a nice little bit of a quick pastime. I've also, oh man, I've been up to quite a lot. Also, today I was playing Century Age of Ashes, which has come out now on PlayStation 4 and 5, free to play. And yep, the issues that were plaguing the PC and Xbox are still there, and they seem to be plaguing PlayStation. And it is crossplay, not cross save like it is for Xbox and PC. So I wouldn't be able to take over my data from PC over to PlayStation anyway. But I had no intention of doing that to begin with. So I will probably be doing maybe some videos on the game, depending on if I get lucky in fights. Or I may actually even do some streams on it, because why not? And it's free to play, might be able to get some people in on it. Especially a 6v6 dragon battle. And the idea is very hectic. It is very mad. Yeah, there's a currently thing going on called Spoils of War. So you're literally going around taking out these carrier dragons that are carrying gold, and you have to carry it back to your base. And if you get hit, you lose some of the gold, and you can end up losing even more when you lose it all when you die. So the enemy can pick it up. You can actually pick up a grenade that will blow up the enemy's coffers, so you can nick their gold. But yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, you can also, as you play the game and level up, you can also hatch brand new dragons and do little tasks to actually get them to grow, so you can actually use those dragons with the classes. So you get little baby dragons growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit I did pay to actually have one of these starter packs, so I can actually get the Vikings. So I got a Viking and his dragon. It's like, yes. So yeah, I'm quite happy about that. Oh jeez, well, fucking hell. Oh yes, also tackled Metal Hellsinger last week.
Yes.
And that is a lot of fun. The music's very good to listen to, especially when you got people talking about absolute bullshit in the background.
I don't remember what happened.
You and Lion were talking about Game of Thrones the entire time I was trying to keep with the beat.
I don't remember the conversation.
I sure as shit do. It was bloody annoying trying to keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nya me.
Nya, miasta?
Incest is Wincest in Game of Thrones. So's destroying your own series was a bullshit ending, but
Wouldn't know. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I know Joseph Quinn was in it though.
I haven't watched it either. I just know the controversy that ends up happening as a result of it at the end. A lot of people were pissed, but that's no surprise. Man, what else? That's like, I've actually done quite a bit of gaming over the past week, because it's not just been like Genshin, DVD. Oh, I've been doing this, I'm doing that. Oh man, I'm just trying to think. It's been a bit of a mad week, especially at work. So, but I managed to make it. Oh yes, I did some speedrunners with Ivy on stream last night.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, a lot of madness, and yeah, neither of us were willing to give up the fight. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, that. Man. But yeah, that's basically the majority. Well, I kind of can't exactly think because my brain is a bit fried today. Yeah, it's been a bit of a
You know what's gonna make this a lot better?
What?
Just give me a sec. Let me turn the video off a second. I'll be back. The ears fell off.
You shouldn't have said that. You should have muted yourself before saying that. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let Damo work on work on surprises, because you'll find a way to fuck it up. Jesus, Lion, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
What's happened?
His colleague didn't come in today and called in sick, so he's by himself from the morning to evening again.
Jesus.
Can't really say that because she surprised you with it. Yeah, that's true.
What's going on?
Well, she didn't exactly surprise me because it's like it was pretty like you got like it eventually got revealed, so it wasn't exactly a surprise.
Wait, what got revealed? I'm confused. What have I missed?
The laptop.
Oh.
Yeah. What are you up to?
It's done.
By the way, this will be seen on YouTube.
I know. I know. I am very much aware, and I made this decision myself. So yeah, are you ready?
Always ready.
All right, let me just get everything like. There we go. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. I want you to do the entire flopcast of the rest of the flopcast of that on. I should change the title to Hacks, Cracks, and No Scratchbacks.
See, now I can do the ears and the paws, no problem. The maid outfit, however, no.
That is Patreon only content, ladies and gentlemen. $6.99 a month. Oh god. So, I think it's about time that we actually get onto the news.
Yes.
Shall we tackle the serious stuff first and then move on to everything else?
Yes.
Since it was you that brought it up, Damo, I recommend that you start us off.
Loving the brightness to show off my paleness on this right now. Twitch prohibits unlicensed gambling streams as influential streamers threaten a strike. Twitch has updated its regulations on gambling on the streaming platform following an outcry from streamers. The new policy prohibits streaming of gambling websites that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed in the US or other jurisdictions that provide sufficient consumer protection as of the 18th of October. This follows threats from some of the biggest Twitch streamers after former Team Liquid member It's Slicker, interesting choice of a username might I add, admitted to have scammed viewers and fellow streamers out of $200k to fund his gambling addiction.
Yeah, to be honest, in regards of the whole gambling thing, it is a bit of an issue and it does need to be tackled in some way of manner. Having it actually be only from actual legal, like, I definitely think gambling is one of the many hot topics that needs to definitely be at least maybe given a bit more of a harsher look at in regards by Twitch, considering the nature is literally a lot of these people that literally do these gambling is literally on actual websites, which unfortunately those of an underage could easily access. Because it doesn't exactly take much to create an account and create an email and then just say yes, I am over the age of 18. So I definitely think it needs to be looked at least in a bit more of a harsher tone, considering literally, because especially with gambling addiction itself has ruined many people. And it has ruined some famous people as well, and I believe some even actual content creators have also suffered as a result of it.
So, do that, hang on. Yeah.
So them actually saying they're actually going to be cracking down on it. is, I believe, a good thing.
Oh, I understand that. Like, at the end of the day, if you have any form of addiction, whether it's gambling, shopping, drug use, get the help for it. Because
I think also
you end up manipulating and lying people in the end, and it's just not great because you're going to burn those bridges. And to be on a massive platform, you know, as a streamer, you still are therefore technically an influencer because you influence how people are. And you get your own little fan base, you know? And thank you for the hydrate, Miko. Miko chan.
that is Mikino. But one thing if Twitch were to actually not do anything in regards to this, it would kind of be contradictory, considering the fact that technically a gambling addiction is technically a form of self-harming, because you could end up putting yourself into debt, which then could like end up causing you to lose your very livelihoods and like so much other things. So it's a good thing that to actually see them do that. I know there are some people who are probably not happy about it, because therein lies the question: what constitutes as actual Mikino, don't ask. You know better than to ask here. What constitutes as actual like gambling? Like, because there's also over the years there's been recently a lot of issues, especially in regards of loot boxes, that in some countries they have actually labelled it as gambling, and they've actually been banned in certain countries, i.e. Battlefront 2's loot boxes and Overwatch as well, to name a few. So what like, this is where I'm kind of hoping that maybe some context may be given at some point, or maybe there's already actually some information out there in regards of it. Like,
I hope so. Like, I understand why they've brought it in though, because it's like, it's massive. You know, like, it's slightly off topic, but it's still on topic. Ian Somerhalder, who played Damon from Vampire Diaries, he used to have a gambling addiction. Jeremy Kyle, just to throw that Brit out there, you know.
yeah.
He had a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
And it near enough destroyed him, so same as Ian Somerhalder as well, with gambling on his decisions where to, you know, invest his money and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it does happen to big and small streamers, even to regular people too.
Yeah. So, basically, if you are going to gamble, make sure that you actually are in full control of what you're doing. You do not fall down the rabbit hole. And if you do, and if it does start to spiral out of control and you're actually starting to lose stuff, seek help.
Yeah. Reach out to someone. Try and get the help.
Yes. Or, and in other aspects, I guess you could say, the same with anything that's kind of like an addiction. It's not wrong seeking help to actually get yourself better. Take care of yourselves. Don't harm yourselves. Do not destroy your own life. And besides, at the end of the day, it's just money. You can't take money with you when you go.
But it also doesn't mean you use it irresponsibly for it to burn.
So, that's one serious topic. We will get onto the other one later on in the second half.
Yes.
So, with that being said, as the title has stated, hacks, cracks, and no takebacks. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, I believe just over a week ago, 2K support, more specifically, was actually hacked and was sending out emails under the guise of 2K support to try and, well, that would basically that basically had links to, obviously, malicious sites. 2K has obviously put out a response, and I will be reading this. This is straight from their Twitter page. Earlier today, we became aware that an unauthorized third party illegally accessed the credentials of one of our vendors to the help desk platform that 2K uses to provide support to our customers. The unauthorized party sent a communication to certain players containing a malicious link, Please do not open any emails or click on any links that you receive from the 2K Games support account. And it goes obviously basically in regards of other stuff, obviously saying about do not install stuff like this, blah 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 blah. Like if you receive anything like this, like just don't. They have given an update since then. Following a closure earlier this week due to illegal access by an unauthorized user, our customer support site is once again open and available to our community. Our team has been working diligently to enhance our customer support site's defenses, and as a result, we have added some additional security measures, including a requirement for all users to reset their support site password when prompted to log in. This new password will also have additional complexity requirements as an added precaution. In addition, we have an FAQ in our top support articles section of the site, which can help answer many of the questions that you may have. We deeply apologise for any inconveniences and disruption that this matter may have caused, and we appreciate the ongoing support and understanding from our player communities. So, if you have received any emails in regards from 2K over the past week and a half, do not open them. Delete them. Going on now, I would still be a little bit cautious, but if they're trying to direct you to a site that is not 2K, then just don't. But from the looks of things, 2K have actually managed to gain their support account back to some extent. And from the sounds of things, they were able to actually probably just like shut down the sector that was hacked into and then basically get it all back. But that is good news in regards of 2K, especially considering they are one of the big people that make sports games. Granted, I'm not into sports games, but it's still
The Quarry.
Really?
Yeah, like you know when I load up The Quarry,
Yeah.
it comes up with a 2K launcher.
Oh well, fuck me! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. I believe they also have some connection to Borderlands, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good to actually see that their support page is back up and running, because that could have had some dire consequences if that had kept going. Like, jeez. And to be fair, though, they've not exactly well, had themselves in good light, and especially considering the fact that there's actually going to be a new Borderlands, Tales from Borderlands game coming out soon. So, let's hope that nothing else happens to them in regards between now and then. Because, like no company or anyone wants to get like their account hacked and shit like that. That's just not fun.
Yeah, it's really not fun at all.
Yeah. So, fingers crossed that they're all good, and that anyone that actually unfortunately was affected by the hacks, hopefully they get their shit sorted. If you have actually got any questions in regards to 2K, I do recommend probably reaching out to them to actually see if they can actually help get shit resolved. Because usually after a big hack problem like that, usually companies are very open to trying to get as much information as they possibly can to actually try and help people. So, fingers crossed. Demo?
Yes. So.
Is it Sims time?
I think it is.
Alright.
I think it is.
Okay. Alright, give me a sec for some reason. What the fuck?
Drag the background image to the bottom.
There we go.
Aha!
Don't know what the fuck happened there, but whatever.
So today on
Hang on.
Time.
Sims time with Damo.
So hello, welcome to Sims Time with Demo. So I feel like I'm looking ridiculous with the pause on, but whatever. Let's just get it. So First of all, you can probably see it in my glasses already. New development on The Sims import technology. Now, we haven't had something like this on The Sims for a very long time. And what I mean by that is, since The Sims 1. Okay? Literally since The Sims 1. In the midst of The Sims 5 rumours, EA has further gone through development and prototyping for an initiative new feature. Last year, we reported on the news about EA and Maxis ramping up the development of an initiative new feature, the face scanning technology for The Sims. As proposed to this first series of patents released to the public, EA wants to allow players to create their Sims characters by simply scanning photos of actual people. This would allow an instant character creation and near perfect resemblance between the scanned photo and the Sim. The news about the development of the new technology for The Sims were followed with another patent report a few moments later. The new patent talks about groundbreaking technology that would allow players to import animations, clothing, and patterns from their phones onto The Sims, and this includes Sims and their pets. The patents for the above proposes features such as creating pets that resemble real-life ones down to the fur. For Sims, there are more customization options for clothing and patterns, as well as your own animations that have been generated through the camera that you'd be able to use in many situations within the game. But today, there is a new report that, as tipped by one of their followers at Dancer Chip, the new public patent submitted by EA software engineers and researchers shows the new face scanning feature along with picture samples. Compared to what surfaced last year through public patents, the newest patent from August 2022 goes more in depth, with better analysis, explanation, and further development of the face import feature. There's a lot of technical stuff being explained by Igor Borovikov, AI scientist at EA, along with other software engineers and AI developers. And obviously, like, in front of me, you can't see it, but in front of me there are pictures side by side for this. The face details import. Interestingly enough, the patent also proposed a possibility of being able to import your own face textures onto a sim character. However, the authors of this patent explain that there are certain obstacles that will still have to be considered for this type of feature. For example, how will the image face texture act on different lighting? As explained in the patent, there is still some work to be done on ways how to create characters for this game. I don't want to be the one to who further explains this patent, as it's mostly technical and talks about possibilities, options, and maps. If you want to look it up for yourself. It's public. It's no secret that Maxis and the Sims team are growing at rapid speed, with a huge number of new career options at Maxis and reliable rumours about The Sims 5 being announced next month. It's no secret that big things are in development behind the scenes at EA, but not to worry though, it was confirmed back in April this year that Maxis has plans to both further develop The Sims 4 for many years to come, whilst to work on a next generation Sims game.
I did actually see that there was actually reports of possibly Sims 5 already started to be on the works.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is. There's been a lot of information.
Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, considering the fact that the Sims 4 has only just gotten the recent DLC, doesn't it feel like it's maybe a bit too soon to actually start working on the next gen, or do you think it's about time?
No. It's about fucking time. They know they fucked up. That's probably why they gave us the Desert Pack for free to permanently keep, as well as of October 18th, guys, just to let you guys know. The Sims 4 base game will be free. I don't know if it counts on consoles, so unfortunately my knowledge is not going to stretch that far. But on at least PC, will be free to all players as of October 18th. And it's not a little play tester either. Once you got it, you've got it. So. Hashtag not spons. Wish I was, because this would be amazing, honestly.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. In regards to Sims Time, then would it mean that I would actually have to get the sponsorship first? Could you imagine if if I actually got a Sims sponsorship because of this? How pissed would you be?
Very. very fucking pissed. And honestly, not gonna lie, I would actually half expect you to go, look, I am not a Sims player. The co-host that talks about Sims with Sims Time with Damu is the Sims fanatic. Give this person the fucking beta testing for shit, not me. Because honestly, if they actually gave you...
Sims Time with Damu is sponsored by Sims 4.
I would flip my shit. Honestly, I would flip my fucking shit.
I would
actually flip my fucking shit if I got sponsored by like Maxis more so Sims.
I'd find it more fucking hilarious if I got the sponsorship and I'm not the one that fucking plays Sims.
I know.
That would literally be the biggest fuck you I think I'll have ever seen.
But this is a bit of a massive fuck you to a couple of people that I know, like, and I'm only mentioning it because I know I'm not gonna go ahead and do it. Because I ain't signed no NDA for like a fucking NHL game. I don't care for it. But the new NHL game that's coming out, EA actually sent me an email saying, we want you to beta test it. And I'm just like, I like hockey and everything, like, something a tiny bit, like, you know, if it's on, it's whatever. But I personally would not play the game. So, there's that opportunity going out the window. Sorry, EA, I'm just not interested in sports. Give me Sims. Give me Sims.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I was given the opportunity to beta test Mirror's Edge Catalyst or anything.
You know, so just saying.
Yeah,
it's one of them really. But yeah, no, this is the type of technology, like, obviously, because they're trying to do it for The Sims 4, going based on the pattern images and stuff like that, which is actually quite cool.
So,
but I want to see how they actually introduce it.
Obviously, you've gone on about like what's happening in regards to Sims, but I've got a question for you, and I think this is probably a question that a lot of people, especially Sims players, will actually want to know. What features would you actually like to see in Sims 5, and what features would you not like to see in Sims 5?
We'll
start with the things that you would like. Then we'll go on
Color
to
wheel.
like.
Color wheel. Because in The Sims 3 there was a color wheel where you could customize furniture, clothes, pet, everything. And I mean everything.
You mean
it was
everything?
Great. Yes, I mean everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah.
So yeah, the color wheel definitely needs to make a comeback because chef's kiss.
Well, they should have had. To be honest, they should have had that in there to begin with, but.
Yeah, their excuse was that it basically would have made the game a lot more laggier, though I don't really see how, but okay. Cars. I'm not a car fanatic. I'm not a motorsports kind of guy. But bring us the fucking cars and motorbikes back.
You know, you seem like the kind of person that would always tune into Top Gear.
But no, on a serious note though, honestly, because the best part about The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 that I lost my shit for was like the custom content motorbikes you could get in The Sims 2.
Not gonna lie, from basically just like what you've been telling me, it sounds like the best Sims game so far has literally been Sims 3.
Sims 2 is my ultimate faves.
Well, obviously fave, but what would you consider the best?
Sims 2.
Emotional damage.
Hands down, Sims 2.
Emotional damage, apparently from
like
mine.
I want to play Sims 3 again on my PC. Do not get me wrong, I do. But the amount of things requiring for it to actually work properly, to not have the infinite saving screen.
Oh, you mean like Saints Row?
No, I mean like saving. Like it only occurs when you're saving, basically. Fuck me. And you have to download like a 4 gig patch, another patch, like literally all these unofficial patches. And there's so many more compared to The Sims 2. Like, I only literally need I needed
So-
the graphic rules
not gonna lie,
maker
not gonna
and
lie.
some mods to make it full on work properly to fix some of the things in the game that had broken.
Not gonna lie, based on all the bitching I've been hearing you do in regards to Sims 4 and the shit that ain't working, it sounds like Sims 4 is no different to Sims 3 in terms of shit that's wrong.
Well, this is the thing with The Sims 3, it's an old game, and at the time, it was actually meant for higher end computers. And that's why they had the decision when they made The Sims 4 to be, if you take all the packs away, is actually meant for older and lower end computers.
So consoles.
Yeah, basically. But like, as in, like Windows 7, you were actually able to run it on Windows 7, probably Windows XP. To be honest, you know, the graphics would be shit and you could barely have any mods in the CC, but if that makes you happy.
I mean, to be fair, people trust XP more than they do 7 and Vista, so...
Yeah, I can see that actually. Yeah.
I mean, no, that's actually true. A lot of people will trust XP and 7 more than Vista. But anyway, we're getting a bit off topic here.
Yes.
What else?
Anyway.
What else would you like?
Babies that aren't fucking objects in the game. I'm gonna expand on that because you kind of look a little bit confused.
Will you pick up this baby? Yes. What is this baby's durability? 6. Okay, let's throw it. Woof.
Anyway, basically, babies in The Sims 4 are literal objects. You can go into the cheat command, type in testing cheats true. Yeah. And then, depending if you've got a mod or not, I use Better Build by Mod to be able to get the live debug and debug items and stuff. But yeah, you type in like a fucking cheat if you don't have that mod, and you literally see the bassinet baby. It's a literal fucking object.
Jesus.
Yeah, like that bassinet you've seen whenever I've streamed it to Discord, or like potentially on stream that one time when you guys decided to call one cunt nugget, mud flaps, whatever.
Get on with it!
Anyway, yeah, that is a literal object. In The Sims 2, they were not objects. You could put them on the floor, everything. But no, on The Sims 4, they're objects. So, we want no object babies, we want actual functioning babies that show genetics. Okay?
Can we have the hilarious patch notes?
I will get onto it after this.
Please, can we have it so kids can't get out of school during a meteor storm?
Yes, The Sims 3 patch notes.
Oh, I fucking love that.
But yeah, so obviously not just that, but there's just a massive list of things, and because you've only just asked me, my brain is not being able to process to give you the full list, and I'll go on for like 5 hours on that.
See, this is why I'm asking you on the spot, because then it'll actually be the quick responses. So it says how you're struggling with what else you would like to see. What would you not like to see? What would you like to see removed? And I'm not talking about like bugs and shit. I'm not talking about like stuff that doesn't work. I'm just talking about stuff that you don't like and would like to see taken out.
Make it more vibrant. Take out the dull shit. I love the reshade, I do, but it causes some
I'm
bugs
talking
in the
features, not textures.
Game. There is a feature.
I'm talking.
Okay. If you're gonna bring out an expansion pack, do it like Sims 2 style. Do not try and sell it to me for like 50 fucking quid for a new world, neighborhood, sorry. Minimalistic things you can do with very minimal clothing and shit. Give me the shit. Give me the lore. No haphazardness. No. Full in-depth shit.
No, I just realised something, Damo. Currently, you look like a very cyberpunk cat girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just wait for you the next time you go. Yeah, all of a sudden Discord freaks out. Yeah. Head on keep.
So yeah, like, just, I don't know, just more of stuff like you could just... EA, Maxis, hire me. I got some really good details that I could give you, and lore and ideas and
Maxis,
story.
give me a sponsorship just to piss
Don't
her off.
No, because then you would literally have to get the base game. You would literally have to get the fucking base game and sit there and play it.
No.
And then I would literally want you to fucking
No.
show me.
No. The best part is there are other games actually involving regards of EA, so it can easily. So because oh, by the way, we're sponsored. This stream is sponsored by EA. Wait, Sims? No, this.
Why the fuck do you think I was so disappointed when it turned out to be NHL?
Well, to be fair, a lot of people are disappointed with the NHL, but I feel like I just said something there. Tamo's like, do not say anything. Do not say anything. He's currently streaming right now. Guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen, after the Flopcast ends, I'm going to get a fair amount of abuse for this.
Like I said, I don't mind watching hockey. It's fine. Playing it as a game, not so much. But I do know someone that was kind of jealous when I told them about it.
Before we go on, is this the end of Sims time?
Nope. There's like one more thing after this one that I'm gonna move on to. Okay, how a Sims 2 port turned into a Silent Hill game for kids.
Hold up. Context.
Glad you asked.
Cat
Loved and feared by fans. A DS port changed what players expected from The Sims. The 2000s was the Wild West of wacky spin-offs. Atlantis Lost Empire became an FPF. Aragon was adapted into a hack and slash, and in 2005, a port of The Sims 2 for Nintendo DS felt more like Silent Hill than a social simulator. From aquaphobic aliens to cow-worshipping super cults, it certainly wasn't what my parents expected when they natively bought it for me in an EB Games in rural Australia. Nevertheless, I was excited to play a Sims game completely uninterrupted by my siblings set in
Just
the
FYI
aptly
just
named
FYI
Strange
to
Town.
just FYI to everyone actually currently watching.
I'm British, but this article's
Shut
Australian.
the fuck up. In regards of this, Damo is reading straight from an article, so
Yes.
this is not all of Damo's findings. This is not all of her opinions. She's just reading it from an article. Then she gives her opinions.
Yeah. So. Anyway.
Sup?
I like.
EA sponsor me.
In the aptly named Strange Town, a location seen across the iteration of The Sims 2.
She's getting more aggressive. She's powering up.
We're in a hotel in the middle of nowhere when that car breaks down in the desert.
She's gonna become a Super Saiyan. Her neighbors are gonna get pissed.
After framing the premise, it doesn't take long before the game introduces sanity meters, verbal combat, and radioactive rod collection. Gripped but confused, I wondered if other players found themselves as wrapped up in this bizarre story as I was.
Radioactive rod collection sounds like a dildo collection in Fallout.
Oh my god. No, fishing poles, you moron. Anyway, comfortably nestled in the subreddit Creepy Gaming subreddit lives a thread detailing dreamlike impressions of the supposedly cursed Sims 2 on the Nintendo DS. Someone says, when I got this game for my 9th birthday, I immediately felt like there was something extremely off about it. The ambience was strange, the Sims were speaking weird jumbled way that didn't even resemble typical Simlish, and this music would play during the entire day hours. Those who worked on the game believe its quirkiness was the result of the creative freedom. I think EA gave Grip Tonight a ton of creative license. and the designers took that as a chance to move forward with some of their weirdest ideas, said Ian Stocker, lead composer of The Sims 2's handheld iterations. Once you have a game about aliens, it's just gonna be weird, he told Fanbyte over Discord. In my experience, The Sims on PC was a playful game with small relatable tasks like bake a cake or don't wet yourself around friends. So finding myself abandoned to manage a struggling hotel business and perform alien autopsies felt like quite the departure. A lot of the unique atmosphere.
Bake a cake and not wear yourself in front of your friends. Isn't that your daily mission?
On Sims.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my way to actually get her to catch her breath.
Yeah, well, I'm almost done.
No.
A lot of the unique atmosphere comes to the game's setting. Players can explore Strange Town Hotel, shop, City Hall, jail, and bar, each stocked with weird characters, including an alien sim hybrid, Johnny Smith, for the Sims lore buffs. We will talk about that after I finish the article because he's from The Sims 2, like PC, so it kind of makes sense. But outside of its sparse centre, players are surrounded by an endless desert, a towering butte littered with mummy remains and abandoned alien crash sites. Even at a distance of 20 years, I can still see the world and the music in my head, said writer Darby McDevitt, who went on to work on Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed series. I think we really nailed a strange sense of place, an odd yet captivating feeling, sort of Douglas Adams meets David Lynch, maybe. With this in mind, it's understandable that players remember it's a sense of peripheral fear. It's like Strange Town is just a weird representation of Sim Purgatory, where all these Sims are strapped like it's fantasy hotels surrounded by nothing but sand. I'm doing the quotation marks so I don't.
You don't need to do that.
Said,
you only do that when you think someone's bullshitting.
It's subconscious. Said use a Reddit laser guided melody.
Proper fucking English.
Fine. It's like Hotel California. They can check out any time, but they can never leave. They continued. They're always coming back, stuck here, just milling around and wallowing in despair and/or insanity.
We're
Curiously,
living it up at the Hotel
California. Curiously, the game received a different title in Japan. The Sims 2, Hachimecha Hotel Life. Hachimecha translates to absurd and nonsensical, which feels like more appropriate suffix that reflects Kryptonite's approach to its unique design. A little on the nose, but it sells the idea, McDevitt responded. If I could rename it, I'd probably call it The Sims 2 Kaleidoscoping.
Kaleidoscoping.
Nice. The Japanese title may be more direct, but it also lends itself to the port's initial impetuous. In the conception phase for The Sims 2, our team pitched a few ideas to Maxis. One idea was a fairly straightforward port of The Sims 2, since the Nintendo DS was a more capable machine than a GBA, McDevitt said. Another was the idea of using a top screen to view your sim whilst you controlled a little microbe on the bottom screen as you zipped around your hostess body, trying to influence their behaviour.
I'm sorry, comparing the DS to the GBA, it's literally like comparing a PS1 to a PS3. I'm sorry, but there's like comparing a Sega Mega Drive to a PS3. I'm sorry, but there's literally graphically and literally everything is literally worlds apart.
I know. He continued, none of these ideas landed well with Maxis. That afternoon on the way home from that meeting, I started thinking about an episode of Faulty Towers I just watched. And suddenly, the idea of a Sims game in which you managed a hotel full of bizarre characters came to me. McDevitt added that technological circumstances may have been a bigger factor than any purposeful eerie design. We couldn't have just had this. We couldn't have this hotel in the middle of the populated city because, for one, we just didn't have the time to make a full city with a crowd, live traffic, etc. I didn't have any sense of this would be any allegorical in any way. I think I was too focused on the absurdity of the characters to take any broader view of the whole experience. The technical constraints of the DS also led players to experience unexplainable events that added to its unnerving ambience. One mission, you had to bury a wriggling chest in the desert. I'm surprised you're not. There we go.
A wriggling chest.
Yes.
That sounds like some Sea of Thieves shit.
For mob boss Frankie Fasili, At the climax of this quest, the town mayor and vocal facility antagonist, Honest Jackson, would suddenly disappear. This was confirmed to be a glitch by the game's producer Dan McAuliffe on Twitter, but many players, myself included, and literally myself, wondered if they were an accessory to murder. Unlike one of the more obvious malfunctions in gaming, the way this interacted with the story felt appropriately supernatural. Fans of the game also idolize its I'm not going to pronounce that word, score, which is comparable to modern vaporwave. In 2018, Stocker uploaded the soundtrack to YouTube to archive his work, which now sports over 70,000 views. What's weird is I've never really had any feedback from anyone who played it at the time, says Stocker. Once I put stuff on YouTube, then I started to hear people who liked it as a kid. Stocker told Fanbyte he enjoyed remixing old Sims tunes and was influenced by English trance group Juno Reactor, Mark whatever the fuck that last name is, The Sims 2, and the soundtrack to Kill Bill mentioning Goodnight Moon by Shiver. In particular, the song Chug Chug Cola also took inspiration from the cartoons of the time. I remember the producer JC and a couple of designers calling me into a meeting to specifically discuss the needs to evoke the feeling of the Teen Titans, Stocker said. As for all curses tied to the game, McDevitt was definitive. The only curse in the game is our stupid decision to constrain certain collectibles to a real-world schedule.
Damn it.
I like talking about this.
I know, but Damo, alright, just give a quick summary because we're gonna be here for ages otherwise.
I'm literally
so basically, due to people going ape shit, with the Sims on the DS, it ended up feeling more like Silent Hill.
Yeah, I will probably have to actually replay it again at some point if I'm ever able to get a Nintendo DS. Because I kind of remember being like a little bit terrified of it because the amount of bugs in the game, and not just that, but the eeriness of it entirely, like, it was fucked up. And to see it kind of like resurfacing in article stuff and all this lot now, and just kind of getting more answers of like, you know, it was actually a fucking glitch, we are sorry, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, sort of situation, still doesn't make it any less unsettling.
Thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the time for a break, so Damo, thank you for your Sims time.
Yep. You're welcome.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go take a quick 6-minute break. Yeah, you ran a little too long.
I know.
So we're going to take a 6-minute break. So I hope you guys go grab yourself something to eat, maybe something to drink, maybe go for a pee or whatever. And we will be right back. So see you guys in an Eskimo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pizza Album Flopcast. I hope you guys were able to get yourself something to drink, maybe something to eat, and go for a piss where it's needed. So, let me just quickly turn down my music, the background music.
Yeah.
There we go. So, obviously we just had Sims time with Demu. I know, Demu. But there's before we get on to the next serious topic in regards of this platform, there is another topic that I feel that I do need to address, because it's been a bit up in the air about what's actually going to happen in regards of Overwatch 2. I know, Overwatch 2. Bleh. But as it's been pretty much made widely known now, it is going to be a free-to-play game. Which is all fine and good. However, it has come to my attention, and I feel that it is something that does need to be addressed, that it is going to feature a battle pass, as pretty much all free games do these days. And, well, not sure how this is going to keep up with the balance of the game, especially on a competitive nature. Because, in order to actually get any of the brand new characters, i.e. Overwatch 2 characters, you basically have to get the battle pass for them. Now, 2 characters, Soyeon and Junker Queen, will be available to play from the get-go. At least to my knowledge. However, Kiriko, which is the most recently revealed character, will you would only be able to get her through the Battle Pass. The original Overwatch characters you'll be able to actually get straight off the bat. They're literally right there and then. I've been told by some people that it's when you actually, if you have Overwatch 1, you'll have all the characters, or at least the original Overwatch characters from the get-go. I'm hoping they just give all the original characters from the get-go, or at least give you the opportunity to actually just play the game and earn them. Because if they're basically just going to hide it behind an actual... If they're basically going to have it so characters can only be obtained through a battle pass, that's already going to limit and shorten their already probably small shrinking player base. Now, they have said that when it comes to competitive, a character will not appear in competitive for the first few weeks. So it gives them a chance to actually fine-tune them, because obviously in those few weeks, new strategies can easily appear in regards of new characters, which may end up tipping the scale, so then they can adjust to naturally either adjust to strengthen or weaken the character as is. Which is something they should have done from the very beginning when it came to competitive. Because then it would actually give people a new chance. Then they could actually learn the character, then they can actually study it and maybe come up with new ideas, so you just didn't have the meta straight off the bat. But if and also I don't know how much it's going to cost in regards to the Battle Pass, because there'll be a free part of the Battle Pass and there'll be a premium part of the Battle Pass. The premium obviously the one that you have to pay for. Now I do not know if the premium will be you have to spend actual money, or if it will be done through in-game currency. The only way they'll probably actually in my eyes, the only way they'll probably actually be able to save themselves from a bit of a disaster is if you have a way to get it from in-game money that you can earn. Now, obviously, to get that in-game money for the Battle Pass, obviously you'd have to do quite some feats in order to get to it. I get that, fair enough. And obviously they're going to have to recuperate their losses for making this a free-to-play game, considering they were originally going to charge full price for literally just Overwatch 1, but with a fresh look and some extra shit, which a lot of other people would call DLC. But it's oh god, I've been keeping an eye on Overwatch 2 for some time. As many people are familiar with me and my content creation history, I fell into the rabbit hole that was Overwatch. I did play the game quite a lot. I did actually was working with a group of people to actually make somewhere. Blah 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 blah. You guys know the story by now. I've mentioned it before on the previous Flopcast. But I don't think this is going to go too well for him. Especially considering probably one of the biggest polarizing figures in regards to Overwatch, Jeff from the Overwatch team, is no longer there. I've spoken with a few people and they're already a bit in regards to things. With this revelation of the Battle Pass and brand new characters being locked behind the Battle Pass, that's not exactly going to sit well. Now, I know some people will actually make a comparison in regards to Paladins. Paladins being a free-to-play game that is similar to Overwatch. But the difference between Overwatch and Paladins is it was free-to-play from the get-go, and you could actually earn the characters through in-game currency. That you could actually earn by just literally playing the game and doing challenges and stuff like that. I hope that maybe they'll go that route instead of having characters locked behind a Battle Pass. Like, if you don't get them through the Battle Pass, then you can literally just get them like as standard. What do you think, Damo, in regards to Battle Passes and stuff like that?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, I just see a Battle Pass as, maybe a potentiality of being able to get stuff, like earning it and stuff.
But do you think it's right, though, for a game with a competitive level nature as Overwatch to lock characters behind it? Because wouldn't that make it then essentially pay to win? Because if there's a character that's basically part of the meta, wouldn't that mean then that as long as you have that character, if you don't have that character, then doesn't that mean you then luck out?
Possibly, but then it kind of also makes sense in the same way. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of more in-depth research right now, but it's all in Korean.
Yeah. But you can kind of see like where I'm sort of like thinking there is it doesn't exactly look good for Blizzard to actually have something like that.
But then it's also nothing new when it comes to Blizzard.
Yeah, but considering Overwatch's success and then downfall, it's a bit of a completely different way that they've gone. I don't know. I'm just. Overwatch 2 does come out on October 4th. As soon as I actually played the beta, I will obviously be trying out Overwatch 2 to actually give my actual opinion, as I feel it's only natural that I do so as someone who can have a bit of an objective view. Obviously, people would say that I'm not very objective considering my hatred. My hatred was for how the way console game was treated, as well as the nature of some of its competitiveness was. I have since actually learned that yes, that was at the time discretion, and Overwatch really that style of game isn't really for me because it brings out it doesn't exactly do good for my mental health. Yeah. I'm not a competitive man by nature, unless of course you see me play Blaze Blue, but that's a different kind of competitive. That kind of competitive is funny, humorous. In fact, I need to actually organise another session with Sargent and his friends. But yeah, it's gonna be it's something to basically keep an eye on. So I will actually, when would the next Flopcast be? Let me just have a look. Actually, yeah, Overwatch 2 will have come out but before the next Flopcast. So I'll be able to actually give my verdict. Yeah, because it's next week it comes out. Shit, I didn't realise it was that close.
Okay, right. Thank you, game rating website, for having an Excel thing. Great, nice. Thank you.
What's caught your attention?
Well, one of the things I'm going to be talking about, obviously Silent Hill related. I clicked on the link, had to translate it from Korean. Obviously, thankfully through, the natural translator that pops up on it for it. Because basically, there's this what's the website called? Hang on. It's like I said, it's Korean, so I've never seen the website before, but I've just downloaded the Excel file and did it on the OneDrive thing. So
What I recommend you do is just in order to back up, like, see if any of that information is legit, see if there's another site.
I will be, but the most interesting thing on it, and now I've lost my place. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on, give me a second. I will find it.
Well, Damo, it's going to be it's up to you next in regards of stuff, and we're going to be talking about the other bit of Twitch news.
The one that I posted in.
Yeah, in regards of the certain thing that seems to be causing a bit of a stir.
Ah, yes. Would you be able to do that if that's possible? Just so I can make sure this is all legit, because this is actually very interesting to me, because there's quite a few things on here. It's a game rating Korean private
Alright, well, give me a
website.
sec, then I need to swap screens.
Apologies. I've
You when you find something you really enjoy, it's impossible to take you away.
The short message.
Let me just try and find
I
it.
don't know what NV means, but okay.
Where is it? Ah, there we go. Right. I'm going to need you to pay attention here, Damo, because we'll need your opinion as a fellow streamer on this.
Yep.
Alright. So, recently, I'm sure a lot of people will have probably heard in regards of the recent revenue split review that Twitch has actually just done. Now, those of you who are not aware, the revenue split was originally 70-30. 70 going to the streamer, 30 going to Twitch. I believe that was the way it was. Hey, Yuri! Now, they have recently just changed it so it's now 50-50. That has in turn put a lot of the bigger streamers pretty irate. Understandable, because that's essentially cutting down a lot of their profits. They cut a lot of their finances. I get what they're doing on that one. I get some of the bigger streamers' frustration with that one, and rightly so. No one wants their pay cut tremendously like that. And the difference between 70 to 50 is literally very significant. It's a 20% cut. So it's going to make even more difficult actually trying to make a living off of this.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true, Yuri. The top dogs have been getting 70-30 for years, while a lot of us in the past 2 years have been getting 50-50 split, whether we are partnered or not. That is true. That is true. To my knowledge, those of us on affiliate are 50-50, I believe.
Okay, Lion.
No idea. No idea what he's talking about. So, alright, so let me just read out what it says in this article. So I do apologise. Twitch is removing the best paying 70-30 revenue split for most of its streamers as it commits to standardising its 50-50 split instead. Announcing in a blog post from Twitch president Dan Clancy, the streaming platform denied a 2020 petition that now has 22,000 votes to provide all of its streamers with at least 70% of subscription revenue. not just affiliate partner streamers as well. If you have made affiliate or have been streaming in the past 2 years and have not been one of the top 1%ers in earnings for Twitch, you get a 50-50. The top, I see. So basically it's just putting everyone on a even playing field. Is that right, Yuri? Which, to be fair, is then kind of fair. But I do get people's frustrations, like some of the top dogs. But then again, they do have other forms of revenue in which they actually get. They have like regular merchandise purchases. They have like other deals. They have sponsorships and stuff like that. So, though they're bitching and moaning about that, and literally a lot of these people are basically going over to YouTube, place that literally does a lot of demonetizing, even for the smallest of things, where you can get copyright claimed by someone who's not even actually part of the company that's literally they're claiming to be. So, if you're looking to actually make a fortune off of YouTube, I would highly say do your research first and foremost. Look into every little bit of aspect in regards of the terms and conditions, the monetization, and even then you might not get it completely. So make sure you're very thorough when it comes to YouTube. Obviously make it thorough. Obviously when it comes to actually anything in regards to making money, it's highly recommended that you actually are thorough in general. But considering YouTube have not exactly done themselves proud over these past few years, I'm a little bit though yes, I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not looking to actually make YouTube my prime thing. Twitch is my prime thing. I've actually gained more from Twitch than I have ever on YouTube. Will I continue to make YouTube videos? Yes. Will I continue to upload to YouTube? Yes. Will I continue to stream on Twitch? Yes. I'm not going to drop Twitch. I do not have that option. I am not like one of the top 1% that can actually do that. That can literally jump platform and then when things go tits up, then just come right back with a contract. Smaller streamers do not have that luxury. We have to be very, very cautious in regards to things. I understand both sides of the argument in regards to this. Standardizing it to 50-50 so that everyone's on the same playing field is fair enough. So is in essence on Twitch's side is kind of fair to a certain extent. However, having your pay cut by 20% is also not good. But considering the tough times that we're currently going through in the world, they're just going to have to suck it up. To those who are actually have received partnership over the past couple of years and have made it, congratulations, you are doing way better than I am. Do I feel... I guess the real question is, do I think it's fair in the grand scheme of things? I can't be the judge of that because, in essence, when it comes to actual, pay, no matter what you do, it's pretty much just like a case-by-case basis. For one person it could be fair, for another person it could be unfair. For myself and Damo, we won't be affected by this because we're pretty much just like that, basically been having this anyway.
I kind of can make sense of this slightly. Okay.
Damo's just prepping for her next part.
Ever slightly.
Do you maybe want to save that for the next Flopcast? She's adamant. Alright, but I'm not going to talk about this too long because I don't know where Twitch's stance is in regards to this sort of stuff and I don't want to get in trouble. But, yeah. If anyone actually does see this and you are one of the people that was getting 70-30 and you're having to basically dropped, my condolences. I know it's not going to be good to actually have your pay drop by 20% and that will affect you greatly. But I believe this might also, I believe this is Twitch actually balancing things out, considering the fact that the payout the payout goal is now at $50 rather than $100, because that recently hit. Was it like over a week ago? About 2 weeks ago? It came in literally after the last podcast, didn't it, Damo?
Yes.
Yeah, so it might be their way of balancing it out. So.
And if anybody's any good at like Excel, please let me know, because I don't understand. I don't understand numbers, but I've seen multiple articles on it now by just typing in like this game. Silent Hill related. Unfortunately, it's not the remake. But,
that's why I kind of suggested, do you want to maybe leave it to the next Flopcast, so then you actually have at least, maybe you can get someone to actually help you out with that, and then you can actually then give a bit more actual detail rather than this.
But what I mean by game ranking or rating, I mean as in like, mature PG.
So the age rating. Yeah.
And it's an official Korean company website. I've actually done a little bit of research into it. So yeah, but it's actually quite interesting. And the reason why I say that is because you have to submit a finished product in to get these ratings. And it's got like Doom 1993, so I think that's being remastered. I feel like I'm kind of like leaking, but I'm also not.
This is why I said maybe leave it for the next Flopcast, so then you can actually have like so maybe more information will actually come out, so then you can actually give better information, because right now this is just
19th of the 8th 2022.
Demo.
Yeah.
Save it for the next podcast. Alright? Look, at the minute all you're finding is little bits of information and you're doing a rush job on the research. Alright? Save it for the next one, that you actually have 2 weeks to actually work out what's what and if it's actually worth reporting on. Because this is just because it's information that you've only just managed to get translated and you've looked through only a few sites. So wait till you've actually managed to actually maybe work out and maybe gotten some help with the Excel document, and then you will be able to actually give an informed review on what you've seen. Fair?
Okay.
So for now, step away from that demo. You got other stuff.
Ooh. Okay, Commandos 3 remaster, nice. Anyway, yeah, so, unfortunately, my little nerd out is gonna have to fizzle out on that one. Skyrim courier seemingly pays assassin to kill Dragonborn. A Skyrim player has come across an instance in which it seems the tenacious courier has decided to put a hit out on the Dragonborn. Given that it's a game with an expansive and immersive open world, it's only natural for the protagonist to happen upon many dangerous elements, from bandits to wild animals and soaring dragons, to perilous cliff edges. There's always something players need to keep an eye out for when on a pleasant jaunt across land. However, many don't anticipate being unexpectedly targeted by a friendly NPC. For those who aren't aware, Skyrim has a courier that delivers messages to the Dragonborn. They are known for being quite diligent in their duties, able to seek out the hero of the game no matter where in Tamriel they may be.
Yep.
The NPC's role in the grand scheme of things is to kickstart off some quests by handing a letter to the player.
Or it's actually basically to deliver a fine from a crime that you may have committed in one of the towns. I've seen an actual video of someone literally deep in the frozen mountains, and a courier is literally like, "Hey, you have to pay this fine or go to jail."
Yeah.
This is one of the things, like, because last time I played Skyrim, this is before I actually did streaming. One of the things I did was I actually would try and incur like a courier thing to happen, and then I would actually just keep running as far as I can to see how far I can actually get them to follow me. And of course, I Fusro dialed them off the cliff to see if they would still keep doing it. And they kept chasing me. I went on for about 2 hours with the courier literally chasing me. I got attacked by a dragon as well in the process while the courier was chasing me. It was great.
Nice. But yeah, you know, just hand them a letter to the players. Tell them where to go next. That
So
is basically all the courier is programmed to do, or at least that's what one person thought.
I love the idea. The courier's probably like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Table flip. Right, you're gonna take him out.
In a recent post on Reddit, a Skyrim user called Shadowhawk0304 uploaded a screenshot from the game that shows the letter that suggests that someone had hired somebody else to accost Dragonborn. Unfortunately, in this case, it appears as though the person doing the hiring is none other than a courier. The note does state that the would-be assassin does not necessarily need to kill the player called Fred in this playthrough, but death is an option should it become a requirement. It's a letter similar to the one many players have likely come across, though it's usually not one that seems to have been issued by the courier himself.
Oh my god. The idea of a courier putting a hit out on the Dragonborn is fucking hilarious.
Yep. And this is where it kind of gets even funnier, I guess.
Oh god.
So I've had to click to load the picture because, you know, for some reason I didn't want to. And it says here is the agreed upon amount. I expect you to faithfully carry out my request to teach a lesson to the thief Fred. You need not to kill him, but I have no qualms about it if you deem it necessary. -- courier. Okay? The courier did this. Whilst this could be another example of one of many bugs that have plagued Skyrim since day one, this may actually be something that was intentional. Shadowhawk0304 has said this letter could have been sent by the courier as the NPC may have spotted the player pickpocketing. If that is what's happened, then quite interestingly, the messenger is able to exact revenge if they are the victim of a crime. It's also quite intriguing that players are still finding new things about the epic RPG almost 11 years down the line, whilst Bethesda is currently developing the Elder Scrolls 6. It seems there is still plenty of life left in Skyrim. Much of this comes from the modding community, but there are occasions where someone will discover something they didn't know about the game, didn't know the game contained in the first place.
Well, that's not like this is why Skyrim's actually probably been one of the most successful games out there, because there's been so much that you can do or has been done either with the base game or with the mods. That's why it's been so successful. Like that's why it's actually memed. Literally, it's like on so many different platforms. Like you can get it on the Switch, you can get it on your phone. Hell, I heard about that you can even actually get it on your fridge. Yeah. You can play it on your fridge.
You can get it on your fridge, okay.
Yeah. But Skyrim's actually probably been one of the most successful games. Just because of the absolute sheer madness of literally stuff like that happening. Literally stuff like that is literally why people keep going back to it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people I imagine there's probably already someone that's actually done maybe played Skyrim with a dance mat. Because there's actually I say that because it was not that long ago that there was actually a report of someone actually beating one of the hardest bosses on Elden Ring with a dance mat.
Yeah.
So that's oh god, I'm really curious. I'm actually probably gonna look up on YouTube to see if someone's actually played Skyrim with a dance mat. Oh, what if they've done it with a guitar or a guitar?
That would be even better. I'd be quite impressed.
Oh, I'd be very impressed. I'm like, you know what? Applause, my dude. Applause. Hats off to you. Oh, man. Just that thought. You have to go apeshit just to do a Fusro Da.
Yeah.
Oh.
But with that being said, there's two more bits, obviously, one Dead by Daylight related, because I think it should be spoken about. But firstly, obviously we love a bit of Dying Light 2. Their first story DLC has been delayed again. Bloody Ties will now arrive in November, a month later than previously planned.
It doesn't surprise me considering all the problems that still keep appearing in regards to Dying Light 2.
Yeah. It honestly doesn't, but they have stated, Techland have explained that, quoting, "We have taken the decision to postpone the launch of Bloody Ties until November 10th to allow the team extra time to polish and squash bugs."
Yeah, they definitely want to polish and squash those bugs. Those are some pretty bad bugs.
Yeah, but as in within the DLC, more so.
They need to fix the bugs that are in the main game first.
The studio also said it plans to reveal more about the DLC. Obviously, bear in mind, this came out on the 22nd of this month. So, obviously, it's whatever. So, that Friday from the 22nd. In Bloody Ties, players will embark on a new story adventure. You will reach the epicenter of death, wealth, and absolute splendor. In a stunning location, the Carnage Hall. Reads a official description of the DLC. This old opera building is full of challenges and quests, surprising new weapon types, character interactions, and discoveries to uncover. Players who pre-ordered the DLC will get access to the Aristocrat pack, which also includes an exclusive weapon and outfit. So yeah, let's hope they actually fix the bugs in that and in the actual base game itself.
Let's just hope this doesn't actually cause more bugs.
Yeah. Knowing DLCs for any game, though, it more than likely will. It more than likely will, because you know the saying, you fix one, you create a million more.
Yeah.
And yes, heavily referencing Sims, yes, I understand.
Literally prime example.
Yeah, if you ever think bugs in like the Fallout series or any other game is bad, just look at all the bugs in the Sims world. You'll feel grateful about the bugs you have.
The amount of bugs that you could probably list off for the Sims games in general, you could easily probably make an entire script and meme palette for.
Yep. More than likely,
the amount of mornings I've spoken to demo, it's like, morning demo, oh, this isn't working. It's like, what's wrong now? Oh, I've had to remove this bunch of custom content because it doesn't quite fit with this, and it's not quite working. It's caused this.
Now, the last and final thing I have to say, I will stop talking eventually, guys. Just 5 to 10 more minutes, I promise.
This isn't Sims.
This isn't Sims related. No, this is Dead by Daylight. So as you guys know, I love the Dead by Daylight stuffs.
Really?
I play it every Saturday on stream. I love it. I love getting together with the daddy of Chaos of Dragons. Other people if we're able to.
Just FYI, on my end, you're literally on that pointing at that side, but for me, I'm on the other side.
We go fixed. Anyway, so as we all know, one of the most annoying parts in the game is either people hacking, cheating, whatever, and it's just really fucking annoying. Well, apparently, again from the 22nd of September, but it got edited on the 23rd of September, so 3 days it got edited. They have banned 200,000 people in total since the game's release for cheating and hacking, apparently. 50,000 so far this year alone. In Dead by Daylight, we have zero tolerance for cheaters. Once we detect someone has cheated or is trying to cheat, their account is permabanned from the game. There are ways that we address cheats. Automated bans. We will work with our anti-cheat partner, Easy Anti-Cheat, to report and track new cheats. If the anti-cheat detects one of these being used, they're automatically banned.
Yeah, beware of that though, because sometimes that picks up even on people when they're not cheating.
Yeah, I know. In-game countermeasures. We make changes to both game and client and dedicated servers to prevent cheaters from doing certain things. This lessens the impact of cheats and reduces the amount of damage they can do. Manual bans. We investigate your reports and manually block
Yep.
cheaters.
Yeah, sorry, I'm calling that out. Bullshit. The amount of reports that have actually been done in regards to people that were a little bit sus on our end. Yeah. Been reporting actual sus players for years. You guys don't listen to shit.
This is crucial when a new cheat has not been tracked by the anti-cheat. In the last 7 days alone, we have banned over 2,000 cheaters, contributing to the total of over 200,000 banned over the lifetime of the game. Additionally, we have continued to expand our team and processes to deal with the cheaters more efficiently. There will be work to be done, but our team has made considerable efforts to strengthen various aspects of the game, such as preventing modification to certain game files to block specific avenues for cheaters to exploit and lessen the impact that the cheats have surfaced. Future improvements. Now, this is where it kind of gets cryptic, because I initially saw this on Twitter, and all the image shows is live fixed various vulnerabilities, full 2022 player sniping prevention, full 2022 additional failsafes, early 2023 support, improved support tools, early 2023 player report feedback, and then after that, beyond continued support. Ongoing efforts of updating the anti-cheat manual bans and in-game countermeasures. Going forward, we plan to further bolster the game against cheaters. This will be done in various ways. First, we will continue to identify and fix vulnerabilities to limit the effects of cheats. This includes additional measures to prevent players sniping, forcibly joining a specific player's lobby. Okay. The first
Stream
version.
sniping.
Okay.
That's what that'd be.
Okay. The first version of this fix is currently slated for this fall and will continue to monitor the situation to ensure this does not resurface. Fixes like these will
Bless
be
you.
an ongoing process. Thank you. Second, we will be adding failsafes to commonly exploited portions of the game. For example, should a match ever continue beyond the end game collapse for longer than 5 minutes, the game will forcibly end. Additionally, the max game time will be reduced from 2 hours to 1 hour or less. This particular change is planned for this Q4 2022, and further measures are being further explored. Thirdly, we will continue to implement server-side validation where possible. This takes authority away from the cheater's game client and puts it on a dedicated server, making cheating much more difficult. This is an ongoing process.
Well, here's the thing. They tried doing dedicated servers a while back, and they ended up making the game very laggy and very buggy. So they've tried dedicated servers before, and it didn't work out for them. So then they're going back to third party. So them saying about dedicated servers, they may want to actually make sure those dedicated servers actually fucking work first before
I hope so.
before they do that. Because I remember a time when literally it was almost unplayable. Where literally it would take like 10 minutes just for the game to load. It was almost like a GTA 5 loading screen. It felt like that's how long it was taking. So
And fourth, it's okay. And fourth, we have improvements in the works for both our player support tools to better deal with cheats internally and in-game report system to give you feedback on when a player you've reported was banned. Player reports are a keystone of our cheat prevention measures, and providing this feedback is essential to letting you know that your reports are being dealt with seriously. These improvements are scheduled for Q1 2023. Beyond in-game improvements, we will be communicating on our process against cheats more regularly as part of our developer updates and beyond. We want to keep you in the loop and share as much information as we safely can. Last but not least, we want to stress that these are by no means the only measures we are working on, but rather the ones we can safely share with you at this time. And then obviously it goes on how you can help, blah, 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 blah. We already know how we can help, and you don't listen anyway. I'm sorry, I love the game, but they don't. They just don't.
yeah, well, we'll see. They're not gonna lie. I will say this: they have made strides in compared to how the game used to be.
Yeah.
It has actually improved dramatically. I will give it the credit that it's due. Like the animations of the game, like completely different way it used to be, and they actually do somewhat work. When there's actually been actual major issues with the game, it's taken them a bit, but they've actually worked hard to actually try and fix it. When a map's not working, they've actually disabled the map and access to the map so they can actually fix it. So fair play where it's due. A lot of the stuff they have actually said they were going to do, they have done to some extent. A lot of the issues that a lot of players have had, they've not really addressed, but at least they're doing something to some extent. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And this is just basically it's a roadmap of what you've listed, basically a general roadmap of what they would like to achieve. Whether they'll achieve it in the time frame, however, will be another thing altogether. Obviously, Damo and myself will continue to play DVD, so you'll be able to actually catch us in the heat of the action, and we'll see how things go. Obviously, we'll also be playing with some of our PC friends as well, so we'll be able to actually get their feedback as well as time goes on. Anything else in regards to that report?
Other than that, nope.
Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the final 10 minutes of the Flopcast. Now, I'm just going to quickly go over a bit of a rundown on some of the things that I did have and wanted to actually talk about, but due to a certain someone actually deciding to get going like a train and not stopping, I will give a quick rundown. So, on Steam, in terms of top selling games right now, and this is where probably that happened only a few days ago. Currently, Cyberpunk 2077 has actually taken the reins as actually the tops of Steam's top selling game, actually going past the likes of Elden Ring, and Return to Monkey, and Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, which is not exactly a small feat. So congratulations to Cyberpunk to actually now becoming a top seller, considering your initial release wasn't exactly going down well. So congratulations to the team on that one. Sony, apparently there's a report in regards of the PlayStation 5 about they're going to be making a PlayStation 5 with a removable disc tray, with a removable disc drive. And I believe that basically will be kind of like a portable, from just the report I've read, it looks like it might be a portable actual disc drive that you'll be able to actually connect with a extra USB slot for that purpose. So my imagination on that will be they'll probably it'll be like the online, it'll be like the digital only version of the PS5, but with an extra USB slot so you can actually attach the disc drive. Now I imagine that disc drive will be rather specific, and you won't be able to actually literally get that off of Amazon for a £5. So that'll be something. Ark has had some issues recently in regards of their servers, and basically they announced that they were going to have to delete people's save data in order to actually, restore servers. Now, it would only be save data from a few days previous, but that could still be a bit of a hit to a lot of players, because a lot of people can get a lot of stuff done in just one day. Hopefully there will be a way to actually resolve that, but there has been an issue which has caused quite some... The fact that the issue has actually caused Ark to basically have to do this is pretty big. So, fingers crossed that actually doesn't hit people too hard and they're able to actually get things sorted. And those of you who are familiar with the Yakuza series and one of the most recent games, Yakuza Like a Dragon. The Like a Dragon series is actually dropping the Yakuza name. So now the series will be Like a Dragon. Now obviously because it's not actually featuring some of the beloved characters from the previous Yakuza series, it makes sense to actually drop the Yakuza name, seeing as how they're going to be continuing with it. So it's actually a good thing that they're actually dropping the name and not dragging it through the mud like they did with Metal Gear Survive. So obviously this announcement comes after the showcasing of Like a Dragon Ishin, which will be coming out, I believe, next year. And something I forgot to mention earlier. Damn it, I deleted it. The actual Twitch thing that'll be happening next year. And it will only actually kick in for people once they have earned $100,000 through subscription revenue. I know it obviously applies to mainly some of the big top, to a lot of the top percent, but that is still something. So they still have a chance to actually keep up their thing for another year. And with that being said, everybody, thank you everyone for tuning in to the Flopcast today. I know we're in the final 5 minutes, but we're going to do some shout outs here. Something I didn't actually do. Thank you very much, Yuri, for popping in. Give a quick shout out.
Oh, shoulders, knees and toes.
My
My shoulders just popped back into place. Apparently they were dislocated.
Jesus. So, give you guys basically a rundown of what's going to be like this week. So I have the next few days off and we'll be due back to work until Friday. So there is going to be a scheduled. Yuri, you're not a dumpster fire of a gamer. That's me. You are fine, Yuri. You're actually with a stream team, so you're good. All right, so shut the fuck up. You're actually doing good, so shush. There is a scheduled stream for 6 p.m. GMT on Wednesday. Myself, Damo, and of course Ivy will be tackling the next chapter of Digimon Survive.
Yes.
So look forward to seeing that, and who knows, maybe we'll get another 3.5 hours chapter, or we may end up with another 6-hour chapter.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I said that, Yuri, is you can't be that much of a dumpster fire if you got accepted into a stream team. So shush. And so that is the plan for Wednesday. I may be thinking of maybe doing a stream possibly either tomorrow on Tuesday or Thursday. I've got some things I need to do tomorrow. So we will see how things go. If I do decide to do a stream, I will announce on Twitter and in Discord. Demo, do you have any stream plans for the next few days?
Good question. No idea. Just winging it, just like I am with life.
Okay.
But Saturdays is always the DVD day. So Saturday I will do DVD.
Right. Now, where can people actually find you?
So you can find me at twitch.tv/it's Demu, as it was spelled with Sims time with Demu. I can never remember my social media handles, so I apologize. I have to actually use
on Twitter at Party with Knives.
Yep, on Twitter it is at Party with Knives. I do have a TikTok, but I'm not releasing that because
yeah, that's your own thing.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So yeah, but as some last minute news, I'm actually seriously considering making a Twitch account for my cats. Surprisingly, had no airtime with Saber today.
Yeah, no, we didn't get any kitty cat time today, which is weird.
No kitty cat time. But I'm actually seriously 100% pretty much, well, 99% sure I'm gonna actually create them a Twitch account. So when I'm streaming, they can also just stream with their lovely faces. It will most likely be in the bed. Let me rephrase that very quickly. The laptop will most likely be in the bedroom because that's where they tend to spend the majority of their time in during the day, sort of thing. So. And
also, you'll get evidence if they start to piss on your shit.
They don't do that on my bed. They know not to do it on my bed.
And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to find this podcast along with the rest that are currently in the players on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/ChaosDragon49. And you can also follow me at Chaos Mason on Twitter as well. So if you have any questions or queries that you're not in my Discord, then you can actually at me with any questions or queries in regards of streams or anything that has actually happened here on the Flopcast. If there's any information that has actually been discussed over here on the Flopcast, and you don't want to do it on Twitter, you can actually also do it in the comment section of said podcast, and we will do our best and basically do our best to actually try and find out. If you have any information that basically updates anything that we've discussed, then we'd appreciate that you letting us know, because the only way we actually better ourselves as a gaming community is if we work together and share our information together. That way we can actually prevent companies and other people from spreading lies and giving us the shit that we don't deserve as consumers. We wouldn't... well, here's the thing, Yuri. I don't do the Wheel of Misfortune on podcast days. Any other time would do. But on Flopcast days, nah. All that stuff is basically off. This is merely just an informative bit, and would rather people actually save their money for either any other stream that I do or for any other streamers. And I believe other streamers are actually worth more than myself. Like...
Ah, you're worth it. You're fine. Sorry, you're worth it.
I'm not L'Oreal.
Well,
I've got nothing to fucking... I've got nothing to do!
At me. I just, like, noticed, because obviously where I've, like, got your chat up and stuff on my other screen, I've just noticed that you were pointing at me as you were saying that.
Yes.
Oh, so.
Yeah. So...
I'm not that great.
Come on, man. Fucking. Come on, man.
Yeah, see, I agree with Yuri. You're totally worth spending the money on, so shut up.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Flopcast today. We're going to see quickly who is out and about.
Believe me.
You almost like you read my mind.
Yep.
Yeah, Blue is actually doing Disney Dreamlight Valley.
I can't say I blame him.
Fair enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Flopcast today. As I was saying, the Flopcast itself will be up in the next couple of days over on YouTube. So if there's anything you actually missed, or you want to actually rewatch the shenanigans that have actually taken place here, then you'll be able to actually go over there. Damn it, it's not that, it's... There we go. So yeah, anything I actually do that's not on stream, or maybe on stream, I'll try and capture the footage of, and I'll actually upload it onto YouTube. YouTube's mainly, for me, YouTube is mainly just a place to actually keep a hold of any gaming memories that I feel is worth it. Because, well, I have issues with my memory, so it's only fair that I actually, you know, try and keep hold of it. As much as YouTube will actually stay on. But with that being said, everybody, we are going to go ahead and raid Blue Moo Gaming, who is a lovely and sexy individual who's currently playing Dreamlight, Disney Dreamlight Valley. So with that being said, Damo, as always, thank you for joining me.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the most near. I can do better, but you know. Do you want me to do my best one? Do you want me to do my best one?
Go for it before I do my outro. It's a good thing this is going up on YouTube, so people will be able to watch that whenever they want.
Nah. It's fine.
So with that being said, everybody, raise your pizzas high and say it with me. Stay chaotic and live for the challenge. Bye.
Bye.